Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk with Anna, the channel where we help you get real English, get natural English, get confident English every single day. I am Anna, and with me today is Ben.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
Ben, I want to start today with a question for everyone watching right now.
Go ahead.
How many of you have written a sentence in English and then stopped and thought, wait, do I use each here, or do I use every? They look the same. They feel the same. But something tells you they're not the same.
This is one of the most common points of confusion I hear from English learners. Each student or every student. Each day or every day. Each one or every one. And most learners just pick one and hope for the right answer.
And today we are going to get that confusion gone completely. By the end of this episode, you will know exactly how native speakers use each and every, not from a grammar rule you have to memorize, but from the way it actually feels in real conversation.
And before we start, subscribe to Talk with Anna. New episode every single day. Share this with one friend who always mixes up each and every, because after this episode, that problem is gone.
Now, before we get into the difference, I want to say something important. Each and every are not just two words for the same thing. Native speakers feel a difference, even when they cannot explain it. And once you get that feeling, you will use both words correctly without thinking.
The key is this. Each looks at things one by one. Every looks at things as a group. That is the core difference. And everything else gets built on top of that.
Let us get into it properly.
Each.
When a native speaker says each, they are thinking about individual things. One, then the next one, then the next one. Separately.
For example, she gave each student a book. Picture that. The teacher walks around the room. She goes to student 1, gives a book. Goes to student 2, gives a book. Goes to student 3, gives a book. One by one. That is each.
Each puts attention on every individual separately. It gets you thinking about the parts, not the whole group.
Another example. He checked each answer carefully. He went through answer 1, then answer 2, then answer 3. Each one got attention on its own.
And this is why each is often used with smaller, countable groups. Not always, but often. Because when you think about things one by one, you're usually thinking about a specific set of things. A specific group with individual parts.
Each of the 5 candidates got 3 minutes to speak. Each of the 4 rooms gets cleaned on a different day. You can see the individual things. You can count them.
And here is something very useful. Each can come after the subject in a sentence. The students each got a different question. The rooms each have a different color. You can move each around in a way that every cannot do.
This is something learners do not get taught very often. But native speakers do this naturally. We each made a different choice. They each got something different. Each moves. Every does not.
Every. When a native speaker says every, they are thinking about the whole group together. Not one by one. All of them as one idea.
For example, every student passed the exam. You're not going through them one by one. You're making a statement about the whole group. All of them passed.
Every gets used when you're making a general statement, a rule, a pattern, something that applies across the board.
Every morning, I get up at 7. Every week, we have a meeting. Every time I try to cook, something goes wrong.
That last one. Every time. You will almost never hear each time in natural conversation. Native speakers say every time, because you are talking about a general pattern, not going through individual moments one by one.
And every gets used with time expressions more often than each does. Every day, every week, every year, every hour. These are patterns, routines, things that repeat across time as a general idea.
Every also gets used with larger, more general groups. Every person in the world has a story. Every country has its own culture. You are not counting individuals. You are making a broad, general statement.
And every connects with words like almost and nearly in a way that each does not. Almost every student passed. Nearly every seat was taken. You would not say almost each student or nearly each seat. It does not sound natural.
This is a small thing, but it gets noticed by native speakers immediately. Almost every, natural. Almost each, not natural. Now here is where it gets interesting. There are sentences where both each and every work, but they get a slightly different meaning.
For example, each day gets better. Every day gets better. Both are correct, but they feel different.
Each day gets better. You are thinking about the days individually. Day 1 was okay. Day 2 was a little better. Day 3 better again. One by one.
Every day gets better. You are making a general statement. As a whole, things are improving. It is a pattern, a trend.
Native speakers switch between them, depending on what they want to get across. And over time, you will get that instinct too.
Another example. Each answer was different. Every answer was different. Both work, but each puts more focus on the individual answers. This one, that one, the other one, all separate. Every makes a general statement. Across the board, no two answers matched.
And here is one that gets learners every time, and I am using every there on purpose.
Each of them got a prize. Every one of them got a prize. Both correct. Very similar meaning. But each of them gets you thinking about the individuals. Every one of them puts emphasis on the totality. Not a single one was left out. All of them, without exception.
Let us get the key rules clear and simple.
Rule 1. Use each when you're thinking about individuals, one by one. Each student, each answer, each room.
Rule 2. Use every when you are making a general statement about a whole group. Every student, every answer, every room.
Rule 3. 4-time expressions and patterns. Every is almost always the natural choice. Every day, every week, every time, every year.
Rule 4. Each can move in a sentence. They each got something. We each made a choice. Every cannot do this.
Rule 5. Almost every, nearly every, natural. Almost each, nearly each, not natural. This one gets learners caught out regularly.
And Rule 6. When the group is very small and specific, each gets used more naturally. When the group is large and general, every gets used more naturally.
Each of the 3 judges gave a score. Every person on the planet deserves clean water. You can hear the difference. 3 judges, specific, small, individual. Every person on the planet. Large, general, total.
Let's get through some real sentences now. The kind native speakers say every day, and I am using every there because it is a routine, a pattern.
Each player on the team has a different role. Individual focus. One by one.
Every player on the team gave their best. General statement. All of them together.
She read each page carefully before signing, going through them one by one.
She reads every book she can get her hands on. General habit, pattern.
The manager spoke to each employee individually, one by one, separately.
Every employee gets 2 weeks of vacation. A rule that applies across the board.
Each of the 4 options has its own advantages. Specific, small group, individual focus.
Every option has risks. General statement.
We each brought something different to the meeting, each moving in the sentence after the subject.
Every meeting starts at 9. Routine, time pattern. Now, I want to get honest about something.
Tell them.
Even native speakers do not always stop and think, is this each or every? They just feel it. And that feeling gets built over time through listening, reading, and using the language. You are not going to get this perfect immediately.
And that is fine, because here is what happens. After you hear the rules today, you start noticing. Every time, you catch it. You think, right pattern, routine, every. Each student, you catch it. Individual, one by one, each.
And the more you notice, the more natural it gets. After 1 week, you start catching each and every in podcasts, in films, in conversations.
After 2 weeks, you start making the right choice more often without thinking about it.
After 1 month, it gets automatic. You do not check a rule. You just know.
After 3 months, you use each and every the way native speakers do. naturally, without hesitation.
And it gets there the same way everything in English gets there. A little practice every day. Small amounts, consistent over time. Let us get a quick recap.
Each individual focus, one by one, thinking about the parts separately. Each student, each answer, each room.
Every group focus. General statement. Thinking about the whole. Every student, every day, every time.
Each can move in a sentence. They each got something. We each made a choice. Every cannot do this.
Almost every. Natural. Almost each. Not natural.
Time expressions and routines. Every is almost always the right choice. Every day, every week, every time.
Small, specific groups. Each gets used more. Large, general groups. Every gets used more.
Each and every both correct in many sentences, but they get a different feeling. Individual versus general. Parts versus whole.
To everyone watching right now, maybe you have been mixing up each and every for a long time. Maybe every time you write a sentence, and there is every time again, a pattern, a routine, you stop and second-guess yourself.
That stops today. You now have the tools to get it right. Not from a grammar chart. From understanding how native speakers actually think when they use these words.
Start noticing today. Every time you hear each or every in a podcast, in a film, in a song, stop for 1 second and ask yourself, is this individual focus or group focus? Is this a routine or one by one?
That small habit gets you to natural English faster than any grammar book.
If today's episode got the each and every confusion cleared up for you, please like this video. Subscribe to Talk with Anna. New episode every single day.
And leave a comment below. Write one sentence using each and one sentence using every. We read every single comment, and we will tell you if you got it right.
We are cheering for every one of you.
Thank you for being here.
See you in the next episode. Until then, keep talking, keep learning, and keep getting better.